This is the aim to perform no load test and blocked rotor test on induction motor. And this is the circuit diagram you see, and these are the apparatus required. Voltmeter is required of this range, ammeter is required of this range, wattmeter is required of this range. Okay, connecting wires, tachometers are there. Okay, and then this is the circuit diagram. You can see where delta connected stator armature winding is there. See here, this is the stator armature winding A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. These are the stator armature windings connected in delta. And then this is the variable supply. See here, this is auto transformer starter through which we provide 3-phase AC supply to this motor. Okay, and this is the rotor, which is squirrel cage rotor. See here, this is a diagram of squirrel cage rotor. And then wattmeter is connected. See, MLCV, there are 4 points. There is a current coil and there is a pressure coil. Okay, in this diagram, this is misprinted. Okay, this is misprinted actually. Current coil will be connected in series. This will be current coil CC. So in manual, actually, this is misprinted. Okay, so see here. So correct this. Okay, so CC will be this and PC will be this. Potential coil will be connected in parallel because this has to measure the voltage and current coil will measure current. So this is our wattmeter. So single wattmeter we are using, and then we will multiply the wattmeter reading by 3. Okay, because this is a 3-phase induction motor, delta connected. And see, this is the voltmeter we have already connected over here, and this will tell us line voltage, and this is the ammeter. Okay, so what is the theory? See here the theory, the electrical equivalent circuit. You can go through the theory part. So this is the theory part. You can see an electrical equivalent circuit of induction motor is representation of the stator and rotor parameters, and the equivalent circuit parameters can be determined from no load test and blocked rotor test. Okay, so why we perform this test? See here, to determine equivalent circuit parameter, we perform no load test and blocked rotor test. So this is similar to transformer practical, open circuit test and short circuit test. Okay, so there is a difference. Transformer is a static device, whereas induction motor is rotating device, rotating machine. Okay, so equivalent circuit is analogous to that of a transformer's no load test corresponds to open circuit test, and block rotor test corresponds to short circuit test, because in no load test minimum current is drawn and in block rotor test maximum current is drawn. Okay, so see, and then what we do in no load test? In this test, the motor is made to run at no load. No mechanical load will be connected in this test. See, and we will provide rated voltage and frequency like 450 Hertz. Okay, and per phase values of applied stator current, input power are recorded as no load slip is very low. Okay. And then here slip will be very small because the machine is running at no load. And then second test is blocked rotor test. So in this test, the motor's rotor is blocked externally and balanced voltage and rated frequency is applied. Okay, so here because of the blocking of the rotor, we can apply small voltage, fraction of voltage. Okay. We will apply fraction of voltage, not the rated voltage. And then let R1, R2, X1, X2 be the resistance and reactance of the stator and rotor, and voltage is VBR, IBR, PBR. So here at no load test, voltage applied will be called no load test VNL. Whatever current is there will be INL, whatever power will be there, that will be called PNL. So VNL INL, PNL will be there. Okay, and then we represent VBR, IBR, PBR in this test. And these are the observation table. In case of no load test, only one set of reading will be get. Okay, only one rated voltage. Here rated voltage will be there, current will be there, which will be very small in case of this no load test. Power is measured by wattmeter, and speed also we will measure the speed. Okay, and then blocked rotor test. So during blocking of rotor, we will block the rotor. Okay, we will block the rotor by using pulley belt and pulley arrangement. And so here also only one set of reading will be there. Voltage will be there, which is a very small fraction of rated voltage. Okay, and then current will be there. So here rated current will be there. Power reading is there, and speed will be there. Okay, so and then we will calculate after performing this practical and getting the observation table, all the readings, we will calculate magnetizing reactance. Okay, see here, we will calculate by using these formula. Okay, so this is for ZNL, RNL, PR. Okay, this is ZBR, RBR, XBR. So this is from, these are the formula used in no load test, and the upper one, these are the formula will be used for block rotor test. And then by using these formula, we will measure, we will calculate. Okay, see, magnetizing reactance XM. Okay, and this is the circuit diagram. Again, this is the same circuit diagram. And these are the set of readings. You can see I have taken this from student's copy, and these are the readings. Okay, which we got after the performing the practical. Okay, so see here, during no load test, we apply rated voltage 400, current 3.9 ampere, then power C 110. Multiplying factor is this. This was the multiplying factor of wattmeter. Okay, and this is the speed, 1493 RPM. Okay, this was the speed during no load test. And during block rotor test, see here, we applied only 64 volt, then rated current 7.2 ampere. Okay, we will apply the voltage during block rotor test until we get the rated current. This is our rated current 7.2. Okay, so this is the rated current. And then after getting this, we will stop increasing the voltage. Okay, and then this is the power 150 watt. Okay, and speed is 0 because rotor is blocked. And then we have calculated, you can see we have calculated all the parameters, no load parameters and short circuit, block rotor parameters. See here, so VNL, we write it down, VNL 400, INL 3.9, PNL 110 watt. See, and then we will calculate, and R1 is primary resistance, stator armature resistance is 1.6. So this was initially decided. Okay, this was measured initially. And then we will calculate ZNL, VNL upon INL by this formula, because this is delta winding. So voltage will be 400 rated voltage, INL will be divided by √3 because this is delta winding. So in delta winding, VPH is equal to VL and IPH is equal to IL by √3. So per phase value here we calculate. Okay, so this is ZNL, this is RNL, this is XNL, and then PR, you can see this is power. So here this is the formula, 3 into PNL, power during no load test, minus, okay, this is copper loss, I square NL into R1, stator copper loss, see here, and then we will calculate this much of power. And then you can see block rotor test, we noted it down all the readings, and we calculated at last XM, magnetizing reactance. So you can go through the calculations, and now we will watch the video of no load test and block rotor test. What was recorded in the lab. Okay, you can see So here you can see this is the video of no load test. So our first practical is no load test. You can see this is the belt and pulley arrangement. You can see on your screen this is the belt and this is called belt and pulley arrangement. So by using this arrangement we tighten the or we apply the load. Okay, we tighten the shaft. Okay, and then it means the load is applied mechanically on the shaft. By tightening this belt and pulley arrangement we apply load. So basically this is no load test. You can see this is the no load test. So what we are doing, we are running the motor at no load. No mechanical load will be there. Now see. So initially this is at no load. And then this is auto transformer starter. You see on your screen this is 3-phase variable supply, or it is also called auto transformer starter, through which you can increase the level of voltage. Okay, we cannot switch on the motor suddenly. Okay, means we cannot apply full voltage at the time of starting. So otherwise it will get damaged. Okay, windings will get burned. This will be harmful for the motor. So we cannot apply the whole voltage at once. So what we do, we use auto transformer starter. So this is our auto transformer starter and we are increasing the level of voltage. Okay, slowly, gradually. So see, and then motor will start running slowly and it will pick up the speed. See here, so this is the shaft. So motor will start running very gradually. See here. And at rated speed it will run at full voltage. At rated voltage it will run at rated speed. So some time will be taken by this motor initially, and the rated voltage is 400 volt. And then we have connected voltmeter. This will tell us the rated volt. See here. So it is connected, the wires are connected at 600. So you can just multiply 2. Okay, whatever will be the reading, you just multiply with 2. That will be our rated voltage. Okay, so there are two options. We can measure up to 300 and up to 600. So at 200 volt, it means multiply with 2. Okay, 200 get multiplied with 2, then it becomes 400. So this will be our line voltage or phase voltage, because delta connected armature winding is there. Then see, note down the current. This is a meter connected in series. Okay, this is a meter connected in series. So note it down, whatever the reading is there. And then we will see the wattmeter reading. Okay, see, there will be multiplying factor. There will be multiplying factor. So whatever reading is there in the wattmeter will get multiplied by that multiplying factor. And that will be our WNL or PNL, no load power. And then we will note it down in the observation table. See, so we will get our first set of reading during no load test. Okay, so we will note it down. Rated voltage 400, current, whatever current is there, 3.9 something. So these are the readings taken from the student's copy. Okay, and this is the power 110, and this is the speed 1493, and then we will perform blocked rotor test. Okay, so again watch. Then the next one is blocked rotor test. So after this practical, okay, now from here, so what we are doing, we are blocking the rotor by tightening the belt and pulley arrangement. See here, we are tightening this arrangement so that load, it cannot move, okay, because this is blocked. Now rotor will be blocked. See here, we have tightened this and then we have made it blocked, so rotor cannot move, and then we will apply fraction of voltage. See, now it is jammed. Okay, now it is got jammed, the rotor is got jammed, it cannot move, and then again we will switch on the motor supply, and this is our 3-phase auto transformer starter. See here, and now see the reading. Okay, now we will increase the voltage level until we get rated current, that is 7.5 or 2, approximately equal to 7.2. So we will increase the level of voltage until we get approximately equal to 7 point something. So see here, 7.5 or something, 7.5. Okay, so this is exactly same. This is our rated current, and we will note down the wattmeter reading. So this is WBR or PBR. So after getting rated current, we will not increase the level of voltage. So you see, this is the WBR. Okay.